It was Labor Day actually, and I kept saying I don't have to go to the doctor. I'll be okay. But eventually, I ended up going to the emergency room, and I'm thinking, I'll just go there, send me back home, give me medication or whatever once they find out what's going on. They took um, exams. Also, I can't think of his name, but they put me through a machine. Can't think of the name quite. But as a result of that, and they took blood tests, and they came back about an hour and a half later and told me, good thing we did blood work um, and all. They said because your appendix needs to come out and it can bust at any time. And it's an emergency, so we have to perform surgery. They had a lot of people at the hospital due to COVID-19. So they said, we're going to have to keep you here and perform the surgery in the emergency room. So they didn't turn me around. That was a miracle. So as a result of that, I was in the process of being shocked. I never had surgery before, and I was in shock. So I called my son. He helped calm me down. He had a lot of knowledge about appendix, and that helped me to be calm. And I called my mom, and I asked them if I could leave to go home to get personal items. They didn't want to take a chance for me to leave because they didn't want my appendix to burst because that could have led to death. So everything went successful. The next day I was discharged. And then my mom read to me, when she came pick me up, she read to me that in the newspaper that it was this little 8-year-old Caucasian kid. His appendix was swollen, but they turned him around due to COVID people having rooms, and they didn't have a room to perform his surgery. As a result of that, the kid ended up dying. So I was grateful to God, that God did choose me, but my heart went out for the little 8-year-old kid. And I often thank God, telling God, you keep choosing me over and over again. 23 years ago when I first got saved, God chose me, and I felt I wasn't worthy to be saved. And now he has chosen me again, and I just don't understand why he didn't choose the little boy, But that was a miracle. That was God showing himself in my life again. And then 3 weeks after that, my son didn't want me home alone. He wanted to help see after me. So he told me to come to Atlanta where he resides. I went to Atlanta. There's an 18-wheeler on the highway. I'm going, the speed limit around 73 or 80. And the 18-wheeler flagging me down, I didn't know what he was trying to say, but something told me to pull on the side about 10 minutes after that, and my tire was flat, and I had no knowledge of it. And I had to find a place to get it, so I got a new tire. And on my way coming back from Atlanta, the same thing. My tire was flat, and I'm on the interstate driving. And when I got back to Richland, Mississippi, I went to a tire specialist to see what was going on because I had just purchased a new tire. And come to find out, the part that they put the air in, it was a defect in that. And that kept letting the air go out of the tire. But the moral of the story is, to me, God saved me 3 times within the course of 1 to 2 months. And, it's just, I just want to share how grateful I am in his mercy and grace and how he always shows himself and reveal himself. So just that alone just made me feel like I had to share my testimony just so that people could know the goodness of God and how good God is. He's still choosing, even if he's chosen years ago, he's still choosing. So I'm just grateful to God for saving my life 3 times. And I'm just grateful to be a child of God and just being obedient and being in his will. Thanks for allowing me to share that.
Thank you, Sister
Amen.
Sharanda, for sharing that. You're always so inspirational and uplifting, and we appreciate your dedication to the church, and we appreciate your testimony this evening. Is there anyone else that would like to have a praise report or a testimony at this time?
Good evening. This is Sister Elta. How everyone doing? I pray all is well with everyone. I just want to thank God for his grace and mercy, allowing me to see another day that I never seen before. I just thank God for his spirit, in me and the things that he's doing in my life and showing up and showing out in my life. I just want to thank him for that. And this song has been in my spirit all day. I'm not going to sing it, but I'm just going to tell you. Sister Sharanda, that's part of why that song is in my spirit, because God's been so good to me. He's been just that good. And there's nothing that we're doing that's so worthy. And I just thank God for that. And Deacon Chad, I want to thank you for sharing what Proverbs said on today. You do have to watch the company you keep and the things that you do if you're going to be in the will of God and keep doing what God desires for you to do. You have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I just want to thank God for being a good God this evening.
Thank you, Sister Dear. Appreciate that testimony. Appreciate you as well. Anyone else? Praise reports or testimony time?
I would be remiss if I did not thank the Lord for another day of life. It's a beautiful thing to be